All right, good morning everyone. Happy Monday. My name is Elena Riley. I work here on our digital team, bringing you everything on our website throughout the day, mostly in the morning. And this morning I have our top headlines for you happening. So of course we cover this in our newscast, but also important to kind of talk things through a little bit more on this streaming. So thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. I'll take us over to our website here with my web story. First Alert 6, here we go. Let's get over there. Okay, and our top headlines. I bring this to you every morning, just this web story. Important things happening today or things happening tomorrow, important things over the weekend, things of that sort. Here we go. These are supposed to be like kind of quicker stories, quicker headlines, and kind of just the really important stuff out of these stories. Of course, our big story for today is the weather, which Rusty and the others have been telling us about. Very important stuff here. So we're having a First Alert 6 weather day today, for Monday, of course. So Rusty says there's going to be some strong storms likely in the afternoon and evening in our area, in the Omaha metro. He also says that storms are possible as early as noon today, so coming up here in a couple hours, or much more likely after 4, he says. So, but there's still that chance a little earlier, you know, and some of us are on our lunches and things like that. So be ready for that. Just in case. I have a quote here from Rusty. He said, wind gusts over 60 miles per hour are the main threat from the storm that get going, especially after 4 p.m. As we mentioned, large hail and a brief tornado are in play as well, but less likely, thankfully, with that from Rusty. He said storm chances will continue into the evening and overnight hours Monday night, with severe threat lessening some over that stretch. Like he said, and about 90 degrees around lunchtime, and then cool into the 80s this afternoon, as it says, for our temperatures that wise. So sometimes, of course, I have Rusty's headline here because that's really important today, so got to add that in here. Of course, we have experts here to chat about that, so very thankful for that. Okay, our other top headline is that one person is in the hospital after a shooting. This happened yesterday, about last night. Happened about 10:30 p.m. at about 16th and Katy Streets. This was a shooting then. We don't have a lot of details on this, just that one person's in the hospital. We talked to police dispatch. They told us that the victim was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. So that's what we know right now. We don't have an update on their condition or anything else, but we're hoping to learn more about that today. Next, there was another shooting. One person is dead from this shooting and 2 people are hospitalized. This was also in North Omaha, so a man is dead and then 2 people are injured. We're sure one of them is a woman. We're not sure on the other status of the person. This happened about 30th Street and Larimore Avenue. It was about 4 a.m. on Sunday. So another very tragic thing that happened yesterday. Yeah, OPD was telling us this, that involved were a man and 2 women. The man is 28-year-old Mandrell Swinney Jr. He was transported to the hospital and he died there. And then another victim, that's a 35-year-old woman. She was taken to the hospital with a non-life-threatening injury. Another person was taken as well, and they were transported to the hospital. We're not sure on their status yet of how they're doing. Yeah, so if you have any information, you can contact OPD's homicide unit. That's 402-444-5656. Omaha Crime Stoppers anonymously, 402-444-7867, or their website we have listed here on my web story, or else their mobile app, the P3 tips that they use. Next, sadly, another crime story. We have a person is in the hospital after a cutting. This also happened Sunday morning at about 5 a.m. This happened around 48th and Pratt Streets. It was near Fontanelle Park. It was kind of a big kind of area that we saw there. Wanted to put that in there right next to that park. We were told by police dispatch again that this person was taken into the hospital in critical condition. So no update there either. Hoping to learn more on that one, of course. Get you some more information on that, what's going on there. No word on arrests on that either. Here we go, something a little more interesting, a little more upbeat happening today is that there's going to be a groundbreaking happening at Papillion City Park. So very fun there. The ceremonies for renovations, these have been talked about for about the past, I think it was 4 years that we were told. So groundbreaking for that. It's kind of downtown there in City Park if you haven't been there. They have the Papillion Farmers Market there, Papillion Days, and other things there. So very important to Papillion. Of course, anyone else that loves to visit there. What else? Yeah, they that's a release. Of course, they gave us some information. They're going to have a improved trail network. They said a new playground and a new shelter. So a lot of important stuff there. Their groundbreaking is going to be today. Of course, it's Monday today. Today at 1 p.m. At the corner of Lincoln and Washington Streets. What else? Hopefully they get around that weather happening today, right? Possibility of that. Yeah, they said that this project is scheduled to be done by next year's Papillion Days, so very, very fun stuff there. Hopefully that will be done by then. What else? My goodness. So LSU has won the College World Series. Of course, that's my next top headline. They had their eighth national title. Of course, 75th year of the Men's College World Series has wrapped up. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun having a lot of people here, maybe a lot of hustle and bustle downtown, but thankful to have, hey, maybe some of those people get out. And of course, if you've been avoiding that area, maybe get out there and be checking that out. But they say here to win, it was 5-3 over Coastal Carolina. This happened yesterday. We're all wrapped up there. They not only got their 8th national championship on Sunday, but also their 2nd national championship in the past 2 years. So great news there. Associated Press, they reported Coastal Carolina won the national title in 2016. They were trying to become the first team since 1962, which was Michigan back then, and the 5th all-time to win the championship in its first 2 College World Series appearances. Other than that, that's all the headlines I have for you here. I bring these streaming videos to you every day, just chatting things through, as I said, talking over our top headlines. What else? Keep our website updated throughout this morning, so be checking back. Please check in with our weather. That we have a lot happening there. Of course, tune into our newscasts. Our midday's coming up here in a couple hours, so check that out. I would recommend that. Okay, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow then.